Susan. Thank you
Good
so
morning.
much for joining me this morning. I thought it'd be a really good opportunity for us to sit down and discuss, a couple of things that are going on at Refinery, some things that are, really important and, trending topics right now. And yeah, I think you have some really good tips and insights to share. Maybe for starters, introduce yourself and let us know who you are and a little bit about what you do.
Sure, absolutely. I'm Susan Eick. I'm the CEO of Refinery. We are at our very core an experiential leadership development company. We take people to the far stretches of their comfort level and help them to just be better leaders in the world. That's the essence of what we do.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I've seen some of the stuff that you do, and it's truly, you kind of have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so there's two very common buzzwords that are, everywhere lately. We talk a lot about innovation and a lot about technology. Being in your position at Refinery, I'd love to know what you think about the correlation between innovation and technology and how that impacts leadership.
It's a great question because we do get called by quite a few of our client organizations to come and help them, whether it's help them build a more agile work environment or help them with innovation or help them to launch a project. And what we find more often than not is the fact that they've got great technology does not necessarily guarantee that they're going to have success at having an innovative culture. What gets in the way, typically with organizations that have more of a traditional hierarchical structure, is that it's very difficult for leaders who have been in their roles for a while, who maybe have been used to more traditional approaches to leadership, to kind of put their titles aside and step back and allow the sometimes younger people, newer people to come in and be the experts on something and to really learn from them and give them guidance for sure, but just to be able to put their egos and their status aside, to be able to invite in and lean into the work and become a worker again, as opposed to just somebody who manages work.
Yeah, no, and that's true. And we see that a lot, even with like some of the companies that we work with, where there's ego at play many times.
Hmm.
And, to sort of break through that, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of times when we start to see innovation is through collaboration.
Yeah. Well, and I think the other thing to keep in mind is we do quite a bit of our work with resource companies and mining companies. And, it's funny because so often people are surprised when they think, oh, a mining company is doing innovation. What's up with that? Because they don't think about, they think about the high tech companies do innovation, but oh my gosh, the stuff that these guys are doing, semi-autonomous mining and, just how they're working and causing innovation within their organizations is absolutely remarkable. Sometimes there's a fear of technology and technology taking over jobs. And it's not as much of a fear, I think, for millennials and Gen Zs by any means, but for older folks like me, Gen Zs, or I wish I was a Gen Z, Gen X or baby boomers, we were brought up in the era where technology was something to be leveraged and used, but at kind of an arm's length. And now we see technology being brought into decision making and as really the center of innovation. And that's scary to a lot of people. The use of technology is how it needs to be leveraged and ultimately to make it your friend again, as opposed to something that you should be fearful of.